I'm doing it. I'm finally doing it. This is approximately 13-ish months of empties. It's pure ridiculousness. So I'm going to attempt to organize this to speed up the process of going through these. So let me do that really quick. So I'm going to kind of go through these multiple things first, kind of so I can organize the rest of it, because I don't have enough space. But obviously, if you see me that I've gone through several of said product, I love it. So my foundation every single day has been for quite some time the number 7 Protect and Perfect SPF 50. So this is Cool Vanilla is primarily the shade that I use. And one time I did attempt to cut the tube open just to see, even though I store it, like that, just to see if there was extra product in there, because I wasn't sure. And it just actually funnels down the tube very well. So there wasn't like any to get out of there after I cut the tube open. But I've got 8 of those right there. Again, my shade that I primarily use is Cool Vanilla. My favorite eyeliner currently for black, I still love the Essence one as well. But this one is from LA Colors, their liquid eyeliner in black as a brush tip applicator. I want to say it's $1.99 or $2.99 at Walmart. It's just nice and inky. It's got like a semi-matte finish to it, very fluid, great brush. Really love the well on it. It's like my favorite application for a liquid liner. So I've been through 5 of those. My favorite eye serum that I use morning and night as the first product that I put on around my eyes is this one right here. It's the Naiad Fractionated Eye Contour Concentrate. I absolutely adore that product for a serum around the eyes. You would think it's kind of got an oily texture, and it kind of does have an oily texture, but it's not one that creeps into your eyes. I don't know if you've ever tried an eye serum with like an oil to it, because you really want that hydration, but it gets into your eyes and then you have a film over your eye. This does not do that. I just noticed there is another LA Colors liner right there, so I'll grab that as well. And then moving over here, we've got 2 Peach and Lily Glass Skin Veil Mists. Actually, there is a third one. I'm not doing a very good job. There's a third one over here. This is one of my favorite face sprays. Obviously. I love it. I can spray this on my face multiple times a day. It never really looks heavy or greasy, and it does a good job of kind of giving my face a refresh, but it also moisturizes really well. It is lighter than the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Mist, which I also really, really love. I've been through several of these. This is a little bit more moisturizing than the Peach and Lily. It's just a dash heavier. But both of these face mists, those are my 2 like all-time favorite face mists. And then we've got the Watermelon Glow Niacinamide Dewdrops. I've got the tinted bronzy ones and also the originals. I absolutely adore this product. I use it every single morning after I tone my skin. There may be another one of these floating around somewhere, but these are the 3 I've found so far. I kind of hadn't realized how long it had been since I used the Belief, because I've been through so many of these over the years, but I'm back on the Belief. I was using the CeraVe night cream by itself, especially like all summer, the skin renewing one, which is a newer product to CeraVe. Recently, my favorite thing, because I'm back into my Belief, I really missed the Belief. I recently started mixing these at nighttime, so a nice little glob of this mixed with a nice little glob of that in the wintertime does great for my dry skin. So I've been through 4 of these, and then this is just the regular size. I've since purchased, I think, 4 of the extra large sizes when they were on really good sale of the Belief. So, and then I've got 4 of the Gizu honey infused leave-in conditioners. This is what I use on my hair every single time that I wash it. So after I shampoo and condition it, I use this right here, and then I follow up with the one and only argan oil, which I've got some right here. Let me grab the other ones too. It's just really hard for me to move around on the floor. This one right here, these are the 2 products that I use, and it does my like wavy, naturally wavy, thick, fine stranded hair really, really well. It's like super prone to frizz, and that's just a wonderful combination for me. So those are the two products that I use after I shampoo and condition, and I do have another one of those over there. This is the giant bottle and then a smaller bottle, and I have an even smaller bottle that I use when I travel. And then over here, this is all the same product. So these are the pads that you can use morning and night. It's just a convenience thing. And I like to travel with these as well, just again for convenience, but these are the Glow Tonic to-goes. So the toner is the same. It's their Glow Tonic, this one right here. And so I've got the pads, kind of a normal, or well, it's a kind of, yeah, a normal kind of size, and then a mini size. So I used up several of those products. I use that morning and night every single day to tone my skin. My skin loves it. It does really, really well with like exfoliating when I use tretinoin at night. And it also helps with breakouts really well. And I just always feel like it does give my skin that glow. So I adore this product from Pixies. Moving over here, this is the Josie Maran, now discontinued. Like, I feel like crying about it. Josie Maran SPF 47. So I have got, how many is there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 of those. I am very heavy-handed with this product. For one, it's really moisturizing, and really heavy-handed in the summertime because of that SPF. I am outside a lot in the sun in the summertime. But it's so moisturizing. It's got mineral SPF. It doesn't irritate my skin. I like to, a lot of the times, I just like to mix the original with the tinted version to kind of create a lighter tinted version than what this originally is. I hope that they're coming out with something better because I'm trying to find something in lieu of this in the interim. I've got some backups to hopefully get me through till I find my next favorite thing, but I just hope that they're coming out with it again and it's just going to be better, more hydrating, you know, all the things. That's what I'm hoping for. But I'm sad about this. I'm really sad about this. And then over here is a bunch of the Huda Beauty, what is this? Pound, nope, this is the shade Pound Cake. The Easy Bake Loose Baking and Setting Powder. So how many is there? 4, 8, 9, 10, 11 of those. There's, I think, 4 different shades. The pink Cherry Blossom I mix with the Flower Nose Powder. So there is an empty container of that, but I have it mixed with, I don't know what my cats are doing. That's them making all the noise. I have it mixed with that in a container, so I put the empty in here because it's mixed with another powder. But that does last me. A mixture of that Cherry Blossom and the Flower Nose for setting underneath my eyes lasts me quite a while. And then my favorite for setting my whole face is Cupcake. I dabbled with Pound Cake. It's okay, still prefer Cupcake. And then Peach Pie. I think there's one Peach Pie in here that I did kind of enjoy in the summertime because it gives my skin a little bit more color. And I thought about getting that one again as well, but I primarily love the Cupcake shade for my skin tone because it's got like this peachy pink undertone. I've got a really strong pink undertone in my skin. So yeah, this is just a marvelous powder. It's not drying on my skin. It doesn't burn my skin. It is scented, but surprisingly, with as sensitive as my skin is, I don't have any weird reactions to it or anything like that. And it just makes your skin look so nice and not like thick or cakey or any of that stuff. So I just love that powder from Huda Beauty. Again, that's the Loose Baking and Setting Powder right there. Found another one of these larger One and Only Argan Oils. I thought that I used more than just those two in an entire year. I can't bend my leg. That's my problem trying to sit on the floor, but there's just so much stuff. So I apologize if this is a little bit more all over than like what I normally do. Let me brighten this up a little bit. Or is that too bright? About right there. Okay, so still some skincare hair stuff over here. This product here, I love to use the shampoo and conditioner when I really want to tone as well, although they switched the formula the last time I purchased it and it's not quite as hydrating as the original. But this mask in particular, what I like to do with it is put it on my hair dry the day that I have to wash it, like before, probably a half hour before I get in the shower. And I like to tone closer to the roots because it tends to get like brassier or more yellow there because the hair isn't as, I guess, essentially dry and fried. as it is like, you know, further down the ends. But it does a really good job of, like, sometimes I leave it in long enough sometimes to get like it to turn a bit purple, and I really like that. But this is just a really good product to do that with, so I went through one of those. And then I've got two of these. One of them is used up, one of them is not used up. You can see the packaging is different, but this is a hairspray that I had used for years, like so long. It was my favorite because I could spray my hair with it and it never like built up or looked gunky or anything like that if I didn't wash my hair again after using it. And then I was like, seeing this stuff stuck to my hair even after I shampooed and conditioned it, it was the weirdest thing. And it was like coated with like this rubber gunk after I washed it and got out of the shower, and you could like grab the hair and like slide it down, and it was like this rubbery stuff. Long story short, come to find out, it was the reformulated, it even says new formula on the hairspray. It was this hairspray, and I was devastated. Well, you know, it says new formula, so obviously it's different than the old one, and I'd used this for so long, and it was such a good hairspray, and I do not know what they did to it, but it basically coated my hair with rubber, and it was very strange. And it was funny because I had actually had an appointment, and I don't even get my hair done that often, maybe twice a year, I think. And she was like doing my hair, and even when she washed it, she's like, "What is in your hair?" And I had come to the conclusion right then at that point, it has to be that hairspray. So I stopped using it, and it stopped happening. So don't recommend this anymore. Different formula. They really ruined that. Not happy about that. Then we've got some of the Paula's Choice Perfectly Natural Cleansing Gel. This is a product I've used on and off for years. I got 4 of those. So I double cleanse at night, and then in the morning, I should grab these over here. There are, oh gosh, I'm going to fall. I'm going to tip over. We're not going to tip over. I've got 4 large ones and a mini. So in the morning, I mix a like gentle cleanser gel, or even a foaming one, like I've got one from Vanna Cream or Cetaphil CeraVe, with this powder. And that's my morning cleanse. Does a good job of exfoliating and buffing off my skin, because again, I do use a tretinoin every single night. So I've been through 4 of these. I've been using that product for a substantial amount of time. So I've got 4 of those guys, and then a mini, but the seal is shot out, so it doesn't like stay closed anymore, so it's no longer any good for travel. But there are some containers in here that I'll hold back just for traveling. Like, this is such a nice little container to put some lotion in for traveling, so I'll probably keep this little guy. But this is a Saturday Skin Waterfall Glacier Water Cream. I used up a big one of these as well. Oh, here it is. I liked this for layering. It's one of those products, it's a gel light texture that for me on my dry skin, I like to use more like a serum, and I really enjoyed this product like that. And then I've got one of the Plum Plump Hyaluronic Serums from Glow Recipe. I've been through several of these, but I don't have any currently. And then also from Glow Recipe, I've got the Plum Plump Hyaluronic Cream, another gel lighter product that I like to layer. So this is actually refillable, so I'll actually chuck that. And then I may very well repurchase this because I do like this product. So this is just the jar, because again, it is refillable. Another good cleanser that I've been through several of from Refer. It's just a nice, gentle, easy cleanser right there. Good product. The Vanna Cream Gentle Foaming Cleanser, also a really nice gentle product. I can use that as a double cleanse after using a cleansing balm at night and use that afterwards, or I can just mix it with the powder in the morning as well and use it with the Eminence Dermafoliant. Cleansing balms that do such a good job just double cleansing by themselves. This Saturday Skin one, so I've been through 4 of those. It's their Melt and Cleanse. Similar texture to the Pharmacy Green Clean, which is an amazing cleansing balm. Those products I can travel as a single cleanser and use to both double cleanse and also mix with the Eminence, so I don't have to take multiples. Beautiful, beautiful cleansing balm from Saturday Skin there. And then there's also one up here from Strawberry Shortcake Clean. Oh, this smelled so good. I've been through several of this formulation of Pharmacy cleansing balm as well. It's just absolutely divine. And then I've got 2 of the Strivectin Anti-Wrinkle Intensive Eye Concentrate. Where's the other one? Here. You get a, I think it's an ounce. Yes, an ounce of product in these for an eye cream. Very hydrating, no irritation. Use it every single night as the last step in the product that I put around my eyes. And I still repurchase it and use it every single night. So love that stuff right there. It's really moisturizing. I've got 2 of the tretinoin 0.1%. Side note, if you get a prescription from a dermatologist for tretinoin, it's so much cheaper than if you were to buy something like, I think, Obagi or something like that. These are just really, really good. So I don't know what the generic brand is, but I've been through 2 of those tubes in a year. We've got the CeraVe Hydrating Foaming Oil Cleanser. I really like this stuff. I have repurchased it as well. It just leaves my skin feeling really clean, but not dry. So again, I repurchased that. I've really been enjoying some drugstore CeraVe Cetaphil like products. So here are 2 of the CeraVe facial moisturizing lotions. Fun fact, years ago I did, like, gosh, years ago. I did a video, a skincare video, I think, and this was what I used back then. It was, I don't know, 10 plus years ago or so. Anyway, this is much lighter than what I need now for my skin, and I use this layering again because it's a lighter texture, but the ingredients are so good in there. I use it like a serum. So I've been through 2 of those as well, and I still love the stuff. Here's a mini of the hydrating cleanser. This is actually, I got these, wait, are these different? Hydrating cream to foam and foaming oil. Okay, so these are different. This is the foaming oil. This is the mini that I got that led me to buy the big size to begin with. And here is the more cream version. I like both of these. So I will actually hang on to one of these for traveling too for refilling, because little containers like this, they're not super easy to come by, and it's just easy to like clean them out, you know, and refill them and use them for travel and stuff. I've got one of the Advanced Snail Mucin Gel Cleansers. Got it in a sample somewhere. Not bad. Used it up. I wish some of these squeeze tubes like brands would do more refillable friendly kind, but these squeezy ones just aren't friendly like that to try to reuse. So here's a CeraVe Foaming Facial Cleanser right here. This one is normal to oily skin, so I got this again. You know how you get those big packages of samples, and I don't like to waste stuff, so I actually just use this as a body wash. Enjoyed it like that. So there's a mini of that guy. And then there is a mini of the Ginger Melt Oil Cleanser. I did recently travel with this to break down my makeup, and then I had like a mini of a cleanser like this for the second cleanser, whatever. And this is a nice product for breaking down makeup. I do like to double cleanse when I use this. However, it's pretty gentle though. So I do have a big size of this being used in the shower right now as well. This is one of my favorite spot treatments. It's a 10% benzoyl peroxide. I just like to dab it on when I get a blemish, and I really love the CosRX patches. I would have had an empty in here from a sample pack that I got from like Ulta, one of those big freebie with purchase type of deals. But I kept the resealable package because I bought some more, and they like come with I think 90 in a pack or something. But there's like 4 individual sleeves, and I wanted to keep them fresh after I opened one. Anyways, I repurposed that bag so it's not in here, but I really love those patches. I've got an empty of the Josie Maran Whipped Argan and Pineapple Enzyme. This is like a mask. You put it on in the shower, or like wash my face off or whatever, and then kind of pat my face dry. Put this on, leave it on for a couple minutes in the shower, and then work it into the skin. And it does a really nice job of like exfoliating while also kind of nourishing. I really enjoyed this product. I kind of forgot about it. Otherwise, I probably would have repurchased it since then. Not that I go through a ton of deodorant, but my favorite brand is the Native brand. So I throw like one in here every time I do Empties just to mention that, I guess. Right now I've got a holiday one, and I think it's like Gumdrop or something, and it smells so good. Here's a Peach and Lily Power Calm Hydrating Gel Cleanser. Just another nice, gentle cleanser. Good and effective to use as a double cleanse, like for the second part of the cleanser, also in the morning mixed with the Eminence. Same with the Saturday Skin Acai Berry Oats. Love this cleanser. This is not the first one of those that I have used up. And then same with the Josie Maran Foaming Face Wash Pineapple Enzyme Pore Cleanser. I've been through several of these in the past as well. This one has got a little bit of a kind of a almost exfoliating property to it without like physical exfoliators in it. So I tend to use this more now, rotating with other more gentle cleansers than this one. Not that this isn't gentle, because it is, but it has like just this little bit, and it must be the pineapple enzyme in it that does that. But I, again, have been through several of those cleansers from Josie Maran as well. And then we've got some of the Paula's Choice Perfect Cleansing Oil. Just a really good, effective cleansing oil. I double cleanse when I use this as well, so use that to break down makeup and then go in with, you know, something like these ones afterwards. So been through 3 of those, and then I really enjoyed this as well. This is the Pixie Cleansing Oil. Did a really good job. It was quite like watery, not like a thick oil, and it just broke down makeup really well. So I enjoyed this guy too. We've got this guy here, the Snail Mucin Energy Essence. I really enjoyed this. I was trying new products from Soho Glam, and this was just a nice essence, if you will. I just use it kind of like a serum before heavier products, and I used it morning and night. It was nice. And then we've got the Florasis Cleansing Balm. This stuff was divine. Takes makeup off so well and does not strip the skin, as well as their more liquid version. This is so interesting. It's got the consistency almost of water, almost, but it's a cleansing oil, and you don't need a lot of it, and it just breaks down makeup super well. I really enjoyed the Florasis Cleansing Balm and Cleansing Oil. And then we've got a little Soy Fresh cleanser. Just a real gentle cleanser. I used to get that way back in the day, and I love the smell of it. It's very nostalgic for me. And then we've got a mini of the Pureness Gel Cleanser from Bare Minerals. That one was okay. I think I might have ended up using that one as a body wash. The Purity, I knew I didn't like this as a face cleanser, so I use that as a body wash as well. It's just a mini, trying to go through, you know, samples and stuff like that. There was also this Bioma Creamy Jelly Cleanser. I used this one on my face, and this was pretty nice. It was gentle, no weird reactions, did a good job of cleaning, so that one wasn't too terrible. And then I almost used up this Egyptian Magic. It's one of those products that, like, I would dab on, like, dry spots, hands, face, all that type of stuff, and it expired before I was able to use up, like, the tail end of it, but I'll probably end up at some point repurchasing that. I've got some Sun Balm SPF 30 mineral lip balms. This is my go-to lip product in the summer for outside. I've always got one of these in my pocket so that I don't burn my lips. And then I've got a mini of the Hydrating Foaming Cream Cleanser. This here too, using this mini, led me to buy this in a big size as well. So again, I've really been enjoying these gentle, large, affordable cleansers from the drugstore. CeraVe, Cetaphil, the Vanicream one is really nice as well. And then this is my acne treatment product. I've been through 2 of these ones. This is the regular strength 2.5% benzoyl peroxide from Paula's Choice. They make a 5% as well, so it's twice as strong, but that's just too much for me. But I will break out if I don't use that, regardless of kind of what I put on my skin. It's just how my skin is. And as much as I don't want to use benzoyl peroxide all over my dry skin, right, I just almost kind of can't get away with it. I've tried. And I will get blemishes, so I do kind of rely on the 2.5% version. Been using that product for years as well. And then over here, I really like Alpenbeauty. This here is their Super Peptide and Ghostberry Barrier Repair Cream. How many did I go through? 3 of these. Very nice, heavier cream. I do like to put an even heavier cream over the top, but this was just very lovely. It felt really nice on the skin, obviously. I've been through 3 of them. Another product that I love from Alpen is the Wild Huckleberry 8 Acid Polishing Peel. Very gentle, yet effective, nice, light polisher. It's a product that I would use maybe once a week at the most. Just for a kind of a re-up. I tend to use these products maybe every once in a week and a half in the winter time, because I just can't with my skin in the winter. But sometimes, which you'd think it's just the opposite, you wouldn't want to like exfoliate your skin in the winter as much because it's so dry. And even though I don't with this one because it is an acid one, sometimes your skin can retain moisture better with the moisturizer you put on and stuff once you get that dead surface off. So it does help, even though it seems like counterproductive, if you will. But anyway, long story short, I do love this product from Alpine Beauty as well. I went through two of these guys. And I do want to purchase a couple more products from these guys again, like those two. I love those products. I also dye my brows. This lasted forever. I use the shade Natural Brown. You can get it on Amazon, and then you can get the little kit, and the developer component lasts forever, and then you just kind of repurchase the tone ones. And I probably dye my eyebrows maybe once every 2 or 3 weeks, something like that. There are a few, a few little gray hairs in there, but mostly I just like that more defined eyebrow look, because I do have some that are quite light, so when I dye them it just gives a little bit more definition to my brow like that. So this brand is just really good, really easy to use. You mix it up, leave it on for 10-15 minutes, and you're done. Jump in the shower. I think we're kind of getting into some makeup stuff. Wait, here's a mini Fluorasis cleansing balm. Love that stuff. Then we've got, is this a mini? Yes, this is a mini plant. Oh, this is the line filling eye balm. I enjoyed this from Alpine Beauty. I enjoyed it enough to use it up, but why isn't this focusing? Come on, camera. But this is one where I do wish for more hydration in my eye products. So I layered with this, which I layer at all my products, eyes, face, everything anyway, so it wasn't a big deal, because I haven't found just a singular eye product to use by itself that felt like it had adequate moisture for my skin. But it was a nice eye balm nonetheless. I've got an empty of the Dr. Jart BB Premium Beauty Balm. This is a product that was my go-to. I like the Detox Black one as well. But this I used for a long time prior to falling in love with the number 7. But they have switched the formula, I want to say 3 or 4 times now. And while I do like this, when I compare it to the number 7, it's just heavier on the skin, if you can believe that. But if they discontinued the number 7, first I'd cry. And then I'd probably go back to this because it has nice hydration. It's got good SPF in it. It looks really pretty on the skin. I love the tones of this particular product. I just seen that they have added shades. I think there are 2, a deeper one and a lighter one in the range as well. But I do really like this product, but I love the number 7. The number 7 isn't quite as heavy looking on the skin. Not that this is heavy, but the number 7 is lighter, if you will. But I did go through, this is the Fair Light version, and that matches me pretty good. And then in the summertime I do have a light medium that I would mix with that, and I still have that. I don't have that used up just yet though. For good measure, I threw one of these in here. I think this is, I don't know, the 3rd one of these I've used up. I love this diffuser. I've got one in my bathroom and then also one in my office. I'd have one in like the kitchen and the living room and probably more places, but the cats are not to be trusted. There would be replica oil over everything. So this is the Givenchy Prism Libre Concealer in N95. I recently bought a fresh one of these because I've been using this since it came out, and this thing is like almost empty anyway. And I've got 2 other shades, but there's plenty of product in those other shades. This is like my go-to, or I like to mix a little bit of my other 2 shades with this one. This is one of the nicest medium coverage concealers. So comfortable, feels nice underneath the eyes, gives a nice amount of brightness to it. I just love this. So I've since repurchased a fresh one, and this one's like toast anyway. So I'm done with that. And then I also used up the Inglot Plain Soap Brow. This was my favorite brow, like to do the soap brow look where you like smash them, like laminate them to your face or whatever. But recently there's a Maybelline brow glue and then an Ardell brow glue that I've been loving. They're a little bit less detectable than this. So what I find happens with like soaps is, because I do have quite long eyebrow hairs, and I smash them down and they look all nice and laminated and everything like that. But as the day goes on, say like 5 or 6 hours in, the hairs start to pop off my skin, and then you can see the product and it looks just not that cute. So I did enjoy this. I had to be careful about how I put it on and how much, and kind of have a strategy to it. But I've since moved on. I have another one of these that's almost finished too. I should just probably be done with it. But I did love this, and it's brown. It's a tinted color, so it doesn't go on like clear, which also helped with like detection. But again, once it lifts off, I can see that product in my brows. But I did really like this. This is one of the best soap brow products that I have tried, and I've tried quite a few. Getting into some makeup stuff here. Stuff that I'm going to try to pinpoint it though. Some of this stuff I used up on my neck just to get through it. There's a lot of powders in here, and some of these powders have got some age on them, and I've used off and on for a while, and then I just wanted them out of my collection because they weren't my favorite on my face. So I used them on my neck because I do use sunscreen all the way down my neck, and I set that sunscreen with powder to keep it there, especially in the summertime, so that I don't get sunburnt, you know. So one size here, this is an ultra pink. I used to really like this for setting the face, like this particular formulation, and it's okay, but it's just not the Huda Beauty. It's a little bit heavier on the skin, so I don't love it as much as I used to, especially in comparison to the Huda Beauty. And I think what I did with this, which quite a few of these powders, if one was too yellow or one was too pink or one had too many sparkles in it and stuff like that, like there's a RCMA one that was really gold with sparkles in it. I've got a jar, a loose powder jar that I make my own little concoction of loose powder, and I use that to set my neck to kind of even out the sparkly, the pink, all the things, so that it kind of matches my skin, if you will. So a little bit of a chemistry going on there with the powder. So like this Pixie H2 Skin Veil powder, this was just too drying for my face, but it worked really well when I made this concoction of powders to mix in. So I used that up like that, and we used up the one size. This here was not my favorite. I ended up taking a spoolie to it, turning it into a loose powder, mixing this as well. That's the Butter Glow in Translucent Glow. Wasn't my favorite. Urban Decay. This one had a little bit too much coverage to use by itself on my neck. So again, I mixed this. I broke it up with a spoolie because it's a pressed powder as well. And this one's got some age on it right there. And then same thing, Bare Minerals Bare Pro Foundation. I think this was just too dark for me, and I mixed it with like a white powder and made it work. And this had some coverage to it as well, so like a white translucent powder mixed with this actually turned out to be a really decent shade for setting my neck, if that makes sense. So that Bare Pro was light 22 cool, and then there's another Bare Pro in light 20 warm, so same deal there. And then this is the sculpting. Oh, this is the bronzing powder from M Cosmetics. I love this. I used this up, loved it. I think about repurchasing it, but there is another bronzer that I really, really love right now as well. From, oh gosh, why can't I think of the name of that? I just got it in PR, and I love the color of it. I gotta figure out what it is. What's Up Beauty. The bronzers from What's Up Beauty are just, they're lovely. Anyway, this one here from M Cosmetics was great. This is Corselet Sculpting Bronzing Powder. I really enjoyed that in Slip. That's what that one says. And then this is the Moira Signature Bronzer in Sun-Kissed Honey. I'm sure the cap's around here somewhere. And then we have got the Pure Nude Be My Sunlight Baked Highlighter. This was not a highlighter on my skin. It wasn't sparkly enough, and it was like more like a tan color. So this is a product that was shiny that I mixed in with another powder of sorts and used it up on my neck. So again, this didn't all transpire in a year, mind you. I've had some of these powders 4 years, and they've been used on and off 4 years, but I just want them like used up and out of my collection. I know I've said that once, but this one here is an e.l.f. powder, Prime and Stay Finishing one in light. There was a powder in a pink packaging that I loved. It's just this nice little compact, purse-friendly powder, and they discontinued it. So I bought this to try it in lieu of that one for like de-shine and stuff. And this is just not the same. So we used it up on my neck. End the story there. And then here's the cover to the Moira. Same thing with this Sayate Everyday Vacay Coconut Setting Powder. Did not like it by itself on my face. It was a white powder, mixed it in with something with some tint to it, used it up on my neck. This is that Maybelline Super Slick Brow Glue that I had just talked about, brow products. This stuff is awesome. I got my mom onto this as well. I love this one, and I also love the Ardell one, which I found in Walmart. I didn't see it in Ulta, but it's basically like eyelash glue, but in a brow spoolie tube. And I've been using it recently, and it's one that's really hard to detect once you like laminate it to your face. But this is also a good one from Maybelline. I mean, if you like the super glue, like laminated brow look, that's a pretty good product there. Wet n Wild 5-in-1 Essence Primer. This here doesn't have a lot of product in it. 0.26 ounces. Use this one up on my neck. I've had that one for a minute as well. And then the Easy Bake and Snatch Cherry Blossom Cake Pressed Powder. I bought this when I was in Las Vegas because I forgot like a little compact with a mirror, whether it was a sponge for like taking down shine or a little powder, right? I just forgot. So I was like, let me try this and just put it in my purse. Granted, it's much too big. I should have tried to find something smaller, but I couldn't find like a mini brush to go with it. And there was a puff in here. Anyway, long story short, this powder was terrible. This is not like the loose powder. It was thick. It was cakey. I tried to use it by itself to set my face and set underneath my eyes. Did not like it either ways like that. It looked thick. It looked heavy. And then I also tried to use it to like take down shine, and it just looks too heavy to use like that, especially if you're, you know, putting it over something that's already like damp. It just cakes up too thick. So I was not a fan of that. So I ended up breaking up the powder, you know, smashing it up, turning it into a loose powder, dumping it in with something like this, which really helped, you know, separate the powder out, and then using it up on my neck again to use it up. Here is another one size powder in translucent. I used this one up on my face because it was good skin color, where the pink one was just much too pink to use all over your face. But again, I love the Huda Beauty more than this guy right here. But this isn't the first one of these that I used up. I was really loving this until I fell in love with the Huda. And then a lot of these powders coming up here, I used them up on my neck, mixing them how I much talked about prior to. This Wet n Wild one was really gold and sparkly. Mixed it, all the things. So that's what happened with that one. This Laura Mercier powder, Real Flawless Luminous Perfecting Pressed Powder. Looked heavy. Did not like this for setting powder on the face. Used it up on my neck. Mixed in probably. The NARS powder, same thing. Just not my favorite. Doesn't look airbrushed. Used it up on my neck. Here's two more Bare Pros. These are in Light 27 and Light 22, both neutral. Mix those up with probably a white powder of sorts. Pretty Fresh powder. I originally thought that I liked this, but it was just, it ends up looking too heavy. So, use it up on my neck. This Revolution powder, I really loved. I've got, well, no I don't. Maybe I used them up. Before I fell in love with Huda Beauty too, I was using this guy. I loved the pressed part, which was on top, and also the loose on the bottom. It was my favorite setting powder for the face for a while there. I've been through a few of those. This one I just got from Wonderskin, and I didn't care for it on my face, and it kind of had this weird feeling on my skin when I used it, but it's a really thin, skinny compact, right? And so I traveled with it when I went to Texas, and it came in really handy as my little powder to set my neck with. So that's how I used it up as well, and there's not a lot of product in here, 0.265 ounces of product, and it was very, very soft, so it was like used up pretty quickly. What do we got here? A Laura Mercier translucent loose powder. I like the translucent loose powder more in the summertime. I think it's not quite, it likes to like sit on top of my skin a little bit in the wintertime. So I primarily like this more in the summertime, but I've used up several of these in the past as well. But this is a little travel size guy. A Ket one, I'm getting into my backup drawer to use these up as well. This one here I think I broke up because there was just a rim around. I used to use this on my face, like it was a really full coverage powder foundation, and I just want to use it up because there was just a little bit around the edge, so I ended up mixing it with something. But I've got a lot of these in my backup drawer, and I want to use those up probably on my neck because I don't really use a powder foundation that much anymore. Because I like SPF. But I'm hoping this doesn't sit too heavy setting my neck and gets in like my little neck crease, you know. So that's yet to be determined, but Here's a Units powder, and this one here, I think I did use this up setting my face. This was a pretty nice powder. I think I contemplated repurchasing this if memory serves me correctly. Menagerie Camouflage Powder in Translucent. This was white. It was not translucent. It was white. So this would be a good product to mix with like those Bare Minerals Bare Pro, because this is loose. It's really white, and those other ones are tinted, you know, and then I can come up with a color to set my neck. Same story. e.l.f. Camo Powder Foundation. Too heavy to use on my face for a setting powder or by itself. It was too thick. So I ended up, I did use this up on my neck by itself, I think. And then if I put like a thin, drier, translucent powder kind of in the crease of my neck, then this didn't crease. Because again, this is a thicker powder. I just wanted to, again, I just wanted to use it up. And then we've got the Bare Minerals Medium Beige powder. I ended up making a concoction with that, as well as the CoverGirl Clean Invisible powder. I might have just used this by itself actually on my neck because it was a decent color for me. Base Blue SPF 25. This is not Cover Effects. I had gotten these in shades 1 and 2, and they had SPF 25, and I used this a lot when I was outside in the summertime. It's got SPF 25 in it, but the product itself, oh gosh, it had a really strong white cast to it. So when I used it on my face, I was like, oh. So I ended up again doing the mixing thing and using it. So like if I use like that e.l.f. Camo powder and then I use this over the top, it would kind of tone down the heaviness of that powder because this was quite thin. Anyway, yeah, I just kind of feel like I'm repeating myself at this point. Same thing with this Sayate Extraordinary Translucent powder. Made a concoction of that with my neck. The Vsart powder, same thing, wanted to use it up. The Danessa Myricks, I can't remember what, this was shade 02. Same deal as the rest of the powders. MAC Studio Fix Pro Set and Blur. I used this up on my face, I believe. And this was a really pretty powder. There wasn't a lot of product in here. 0.22 ounces of product. This was in the light shade. Right here. I almost was going to buy this in one shade deeper, I think, or one shade lighter. I can't remember, but this was actually a really pretty powder for the face. This one here is from Fluorasis, and this I used to set underneath my eyes for a really long time prior to the Huda Flower Nose combo that I use now. This was the shade, what shade was this? Number 5. I've got some of these open as well in a lavender and a pink, and I'll reach for those every once in a while for some added brightness for underneath the eyes as well. This here is just a cover to a loose RCMA powder because I was like mixing things in the lid. And then I took the lid from this powder that I mixed with the Huda Cherry Blossom in a different container, and I was using the lid to put powder in for whatever reason. I've got whatever I got going on there. But anyway, those can go. And then we've got a Celestial Light Laura Mercier powder. This was shiny. This is not something that I recommend putting all over your face. And I like to be shiny. So this is one that I ended up mixing up with a matte powder, again, for the neck. This RCMA powder, I just mixed the tail end of this with another powder that I'm using right now. It's really gold, really sparkly, but I like this powder. I like RCMA's no color powder. Their powders in general like this are just really, really nice. So if I ever get to the point where I run out of something to set my neck, I'll probably purchase something like this because it's very nice like that. I do have a Guerlain Meteorites in Cool Rose, the new version. Used up one of those as well. Recently I used up one of those, maybe a month ago or so. And then my current favorite kind of de-shine powder is the Essence All About Matte Fixing Compact Powder. I've got 2 of these where the cover's cracked off, but they're almost gone. They're sitting up on top. I just need to use them up. But I really, really like this powder for taking down shine on the face. Physician's Formula. This was old mineral face powder in translucent. Just wanted to use it up. It had a pretty substantial pan on it, so I just used up the tail end of that guy. This was a Baked Gelée pressed powder. Packaging is beautiful. The brand was ZC. I've got 2 other products with this packaging, so I didn't mind using it up. I couldn't break apart the last of the particles because they were in the little grid, because again, this is a big jelly product. I didn't like this for setting my face, so I ended up using a spoolie, breaking it apart to use it, and mixing it with other powders just to use it up. Yeah, isn't that packaging pretty? Oh, here is a Saturday Skin Eye Cream, Yuzu Vitamin C Bright Eye Cream. I use this every single morning, and I have one in use right now, and it's almost gone. And I think they're doing 25% off, so I need to try to remember to buy another one because I really like this eye cream from Saturday Skin. I've got a couple lip masks. I got 2 from Lottie London. They sent me over, I don't know, I think there was like 6 in a PR package. These are very comparable. Maybe not as jelly textured as the Laneige, but I enjoyed using these as a lip mask. So I've got some more that I'm using currently, and I enjoy these. I haven't purchased a lip mask in a hot minute. I feel like my lip mask drawer is runneth over. I did buy the Laneige gummy bear because of Gummy Bear. I did like this as well. Obviously I used it up, but it had this really pretty pink tone to it as well that made your lips look really pretty as well. So I enjoyed that guy. And then I've been through several of these in the past as well. This is the Auric Plush Ritual Ceramide Lip Treatment. The biggest thing with this is the nude one. It's 0.11 ounces of product. It's really expensive, and you don't get a lot of product. And I do find that, you know, each one of these coming with a little jade spatula is kind of wasteful for as much product as you're getting, because you're going to use it up pretty quickly, even though that's so cute, right? And I seen that she wants to try to figure out how to do like refills and was having issues, and I'm like, just put it in a sachet and we can just squeeze it into the jar. That's how I feel about it. Like, it'd be that simple, right? In my opinion. But I love this product. It is a beautiful, beautiful lip mask. And I really think that the smell of this needs to be put in a perfume. There's something about the vanilla in this product that every time that I use the lip product and I smell the jar, it just gives me all the feels. I love the smell of the vanilla in here. And I wish that somebody, or Auric Beauty, Samantha, could bottle the smell of this. Also, just put the refill in a sachet and we'll squeeze it into the jar. That is simple enough for a refill. Okay, that's enough of that product. I do have 2 Vanilla del Madagascar perfumes from I Profumito Firenze, which is an Italian perfume brand. I buy these from Beauty Habit. It is one of the most beautiful vanilla fragrances ever. I get so many compliments on this stuff, and it lasts all day. It's just a wonderful product. I continue to purchase it over and over again. Rachel from Makeup Never Sleeps, OG YouTuber, she doesn't do videos anymore, but she turned me onto this, and I've been hooked ever since. I get it from Beauty Habit. It is stunning. You like vanilla, you need this guy in your life. I've got 2 of the CoverGirl in Olay Simply Ageless SPF 28 foundations. I think these are both in Fair Ivory. They should be. I use these as eyeshadow primers every single day, and it also doubles up as extra hydration for my eyelid and also SPF throughout the day. So primarily, including my ears and my neck, is all covered with SPF all day long. I'm just funny like that. So I also love this just for an eye primer. It does a really good job on my dry lids for helping blend out eyeshadow. Like if you have dry lids and you use like a long wearing eye primer and then you set that eye primer with powder and then try to put on eyeshadows, I don't know how you get anything to stick. Nothing would stick to my eyelids if I did that. But so I just use this here, dab it on, and I go directly in with eyeshadow over this. I do not set it because that would take away the tackiness of the product, you know, and then I would really have heck getting anything to stick to it. But I've been using this product for a really long time. They used to make this in a concealer. I've mentioned this before, in these little pots. It was the best. It was the best concealer ever. It was hydrating, it had good coverage, it blended super well, and they discontinued it, and I'm still not over it. They should just come back out with it again. This I actually use as a concealer every once in a while as well, but it's a lighter coverage. So if I just want like a light coverage, I can use this. It's really hydrating, comfortable, SPF, all the things. So yeah, still use that, love it. I've got a Bare Minerals Original Mineral Veil here. I can use this by itself to set my neck, and it does well like that. I can't use it on my face anymore. I used to be able to, but it's just too dry. Again, same deal. I can't get much to stick to it after I put this on, so I used that up on my neck as well. It was just a little guy. Products I will no longer purchase because they dry out far too quickly are these Lethal Cosmetics gel liners, which is super sad because they come out with really good colors. And they last really well on the waterline, but shoot, you get maybe, I'm not even joking, like a month and they're starting to like dry out and get hard. So that's like super sad because they're not exactly cheap. So I just don't buy them anymore. And then these Danessa Myricks, these Danessa Myricks Chrome Flakes, they're beautiful. They're absolutely stunning. But they dry out way too fast, and those are expensive as well. So those are two products I will not purchase again. I find it quite wasteful. Here is a House of Sillage in, I believe this is Minnie Mouse. Yeah, I've got backups of this. I love this. It smells like Disney should smell. I wish that they sold these travel sizes separately so I could buy some of them, because I have the travel container, the Minnie Mouse one, Minnie Mickey Mouse one, and I use this up traveling, and I'd like to put another one back in there, but they don't sell it. And I was wondering, okay, so I knew it wasn't I Profumi Differenzi that I was smelling when I emptied these out. I was like, something smells really good and sweet, but I knew it wasn't I Profumi Differenzi, and I didn't see this. It's this. It smells so good. Anyway, I wish they sold these travel ones like in their 4-packs or whatever, but beautiful fragrance there from the House of Sillage. This is a little Jane Iredale refillable that I would just dump in a empty container. I can't remember if I used this up mixing it with another face powder for my face or my neck, but it's like a SPF, a higher SPF too, if I'm not mistaken. Mineral sunscreen. I'm trying to see on the packaging. SPF 30 mineral powder sunscreen from Jane Iredale. And then this here is from Diptyque. I got this as a little sample, I believe, when I bought some perfume there, or either it came in some type of a sample freebie. But it was just a nice body wash. Getting down to the wire here. Do you guys remember the last time I did empties? Just over a year ago. How many mascaras I had, and they were primarily the Maybelline Sky High. Well, my new favorite is the Maybelline Firework Mascara, right? This lasts so much longer than this. There's more product in this, but I think the formula must be a little bit more, or not as dry maybe, or it doesn't dry out as fast or something, because this lasts so much longer. I really love the L'Oreal Telescopic Lift as well. That's a great formula too, but I've been stuck on this guy, and so I find this very interesting. These are the mascaras I've been through in over a year. This is what I have for empties for mascara, right? So like, what, last year I must have had like 12 of these or something. Still love that mascara, don't get me wrong, but I do go through that really, really quickly. My current go-to is this one though. It's just a really good mascara. Length and volume, it doesn't flake or smudge on me. It does really, really well. This one doesn't. They're all really good formula, but this one primarily for longevity. I just really like that. So I used up those 5 mascaras. I've got one KVD Vegan Beauty in Power Green 150. It was getting quite dry. I can't remember how much of this I used up. Let's see once. Quite a bit. And I repurchased it for a fresh one because I do use this almost every single day on the waterline. So I open it like every single day. It lasts a really long time for as much, you know, that I open it almost every single day. And it's one of my favorite go-to for the waterline. It lasts super, super well for me. I've got the watery, allergy-prone eyes that it's very hard to find something to stick to my waterline. This sticks. So this particular one is just dried up. I did repurchase it and I still use that product continually. Getting into some bronzers, I did repurchase this as well. This is the Buttermelt bronzer from NYX. Not a lot of product, as you can see, 0.17 ounces of product, and it's very, very soft. So I did use that up pretty quickly. Blends out nice. The tone on this is just really, really pretty for my lighter skin tone. It's 02 all buttered up. It's got like this slightly cool undertone to it. So again, I did repurchase that, and that's a really great bronzer. I used up the Fenty Shady Biz. This also didn't have a ton of product. 0.22 ounces of product in this guy. This was a really good tone too. It was a stiffer bronzer. I ended up having to take a spoolie to some hard pan a couple times to kind of get through it. But I enjoyed it. I also enjoy the shade lighter than this as well. I used that one up a while ago too. And then this is the Clinique Powder Pop Flower Bronzer. This is quite old. Again, like I said, I didn't like use these all up in a year. I've been using these off and on for a couple years, and then finally decided to just hit it and use it up, you know. This was a Baked Gelée product. Great tone, great bronzing powder altogether. It had a slight sheen to it. Really enjoyed this one. Probably won't repurchase it. I just glad to be done with it. A little bronzer from Mob Beauty. It was a great tone. It was darker than what I typically would grab, M42. I just had to be really light-handed with it. It was a quite small little pan. It came, I think, with a order I did from Camera Ready Cosmetics. Sometimes they do like some wicked good gift with purchases, and this was in there, so that's kind of how I used that up. But that was a great formula. It was just quite dark, and so I had to be light-handed when I used it. And then I did go through an entire Rick and Morty highlighter trio from Glamlight. This is one of my all-time favorite highlighters ever. So there's 3 tones. A lot of the times I just like to mix the 3 together. It's beautiful. Love it. I have got several backups of this, and they need to restock it or something. It's not on their website anymore. They did do a restock, and I caught it by chance. And when I caught that restock, I think I bought 3 of them or something like that. So maybe they will again in the future. I don't know. But this formula is great. And I have purchased quite a few Glamlight highlighters since this highlighter trio launched, hoping that those highlighters would have this formula, and they don't. This is the only formulation like this that's come out. Their newer ones don't have this formula. I may still buy some of their highlighters to see if they come back to this formula, but this was just the best. It stuck to my dry skin really, really well. It was so sparkly. I've got several backups of that. Love it. Still cracked a new one. Use it all the time. Couple lip liners here. I've got a Morphe lip liner in Quick Crush. I actually want to repurchase this, and I forgot, so I might set this aside so that I don't forget, but I love the color of this, and I really like the formula as well. So that is the Soul Matte lip filling gel lip liner in Quick Crush right there. And then this is a ColourPop BFF lip liner. I love, this is one of my favorite lip liners. Goes on easily. It doesn't have that super long wear time to it, but the color is just great, and the way it wears off throughout the day is really pretty. So I've got several more of those around. And then this is a Givenchy Cold Couture in Jade. And I used to use this all the time, and then they discontinued the liner. And this one, I use this up, I think it's dried out. It's like really dry. I've got some that are still, yeah, this one was dry. Yeah, it's like really dry. I've got some that still have some creaminess to them, but this one was dried out. So time to pass it on. I don't know why they discontinued those liners. Those are some of the nicest like waterline liners. Anyway, we've got a, what is this? Oh, why is this in here? I don't know what happened to this. This is messed up. I don't know what happened to this. Maybe it went through the washing machine. This is a Lawless Forget the Filler lip balm. Look at it. It's not right. I don't know what happened to this. I don't know. I obviously decided to get rid of it for one reason or another, but I can't for the life of me remember what happened to it. It's obviously seen better days. Here's a Catrice lip oil. I like to use this after I put on all my face makeup. I'll put on a product like this, a lip oil of some sort, while I do my eyeshadow and stuff, and then I'll wipe this off and put on my lipstick. And it's almost like just a nice hydrating, slightly priming situation for when I do that. And I use lip oils like that like every single day. So this was a nice one though from Catrice. And then this is a Kimchi, the F&N liner, liquid liner in black. This has got a really thick brush, which made it, can be a little bit challenging to kind of use, but I like the formula on this. I've got a brown one and another black one. Oh, here's the other brown one. Because these two, wait, are these both brown? No, one's brown, one's black. So I use these a lot for quite a while. These two here were starting to dry up a little bit, and I've got one more of each of these colors with my liners. I kind of forgot about them though, to be honest with you. Two more lip oils that I use, just like the Catrice one. This is another Catrice one, and this is Gloss and Glow. It looks like I still have some in there, but I was struggling to get it out of there. And I've got other colors in this too, and that they do nice lip oils. And then I've got this one here from Fluorasis, and this was a really nice lip oil as well. And then what else do I have? Oh my gosh, I'm so almost done. My back is going to thank me. Oh, here's another liner, LA Colors. Here's a MAC lipstick in Creme de Nude. I even dug out what I could out of there. I guess they don't do back to MAC anymore, which is kind of sad, but Creme de Nude is one of my favorite lip colors. And then I've got 4 lash glues. I think these are almost all duo, except for maybe this one. I don't know. But my favorite ones are the glues that have the brush that are tinted in the black. So I've been through 4 of those in different like variations. To be honest, I don't find much of a difference, even though they're calling each one a little something different. I don't find much of a difference between the 4. And then we've got the NYX Brow Tint Pen Lift and Snatch. These are all in ash brown. This is what I use in conjunction with the Maybelline brow glue, or the Ardell brow glue that I was mentioning. And those are primarily the only 2 products that I put in my brows nowadays. This is an amazing, amazing brow pen. For whatever reason, the first 1 and 2, possibly 3 that I purchased when these came out lasted a lot longer than the ones that I purchase nowadays, which I find quite interesting. I was just like wowed by how long the first one that I bought lasted, and now I just don't feel like they last quite as long. Interesting though, right? But amazing, affordable drugstore brow pen nonetheless. Is such a good product from NYX. And oh my gosh, I think that's everything. Oh, I thought that was gonna actually take me longer than it did, but yeah, that's a lot of empties, I know. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Maybe found it helpful. Thank you for watching. Do not forget to wear sunscreen, and I will see you guys later. Bye.